February, a country that knows how to live with the hardship and the beauty of winter. And when the snow packs the roads and the lakes freeze over, nothing stops. Instead, the sport gets even faster. Karlstad, amid the lakes and forests of the Värmland in central Sweden, is starting point for the Swedish Rally after Monte Carlo, round 2 of the World Rally Championship. A particular starting point for the Ford Motor Company, returning to the World Championship for the first time in 6 years with their stunning new car, the Group B RS200. After a battle against the clock to produce the 200 cars required for qualification, the British team had spent sleepless nights making sure they were ready for Sweden. With 2 cars in the hands of Kalle Grundle and the acknowledged master of the Swedish Rally, Stig Blomqvist, they appeared more than ready. The first leg of the rally featured 11 special stages, and it was Blomqvist, the 7 times winner of the Swedish, first down the frozen roads in the new RS200. Fastest by far was an angry world champion, Timo Salonen, in the Peugeot. Salonen was upset at suggestions that he'd settled for second place on the Monte Carlo. His reply, a masterly display that left the opposition trailing. Marco Alén, another man with something to prove. He's had to watch teammate Henri Toivonen win twice in the Lancia, so Alén was desperate for a good finish. Juha Kankkunen, only his second outing in the Peugeot and his first Swedish rally. But Kankkunen had won the Safari at his first attempt, and he could do the same on the snow and ice. Just ahead of Kankkunen, third fastest on this first stage, Henri Toivonen. Winner of the RAC, winner of the Monte Carlo, Toivonen was on a hat-trick. Austin Rover gave semi-work support to Per Eklund in the Clarion Metro. His rally would last just one more stage before the engine blew. Kalle Grundle was lying 6th in the second RS200, despite the odd missed gear. Malcolm Wilson also seemed to have gear selection problems. Then on the third stage, the Metro's gearbox failed. But problems are about to hit the other front runners as well. The aggressive Salonen leads the rally, but not for long. He'd been fastest on all 6 opening stages, but now on the 7th, he's heading for a broken engine. Henri Toivonen had moved into second place, and he was set to inherit the lead. Toivonen had gone off on stage 4, but the snow had cushioned the impact, one of the few consolations of the Swedish rally. In third place came Kankkunen in the Peugeot. Stig Blomqvist was desperately hanging on to the leaders despite some handling problems in the RS200. Marco Alén was lying fourth, but complaining of a misfiring engine. Kalle Grundl was giving the second RS200 a safe passage and a place in the top 5. And Malcolm Wilson had put his gearbox problems behind him and cautiously sets out on the stage. But when the Metro was on song, Wilson was looking very impressive indeed, and that place in the top 3 was beckoning again. But day 2 and the attrition continues. Casualties come thick and fast. Toivonen, even with the boost turned down on the Lancia, limps out of the first stage. The valve problem spells the end of Toivonen's rally. The chance of a hat-trick is gone.
It seems the exhaust valve has broken, and it's impossible to prepare. I speed because I already put 700 revs down because I wanted to save the engine. Better luck next time. I will join Salonen in the bar, I think.
The new leader, Juha Kankkunen, in the Peugeot, the only man apparently without any problems, and his command is growing all the time. Slipping further back in second place, Marco Alén, still troubled by mystery engine problems and seemingly unable to do anything about Kankkunen's growing lead. And the RS200 of Kalle Grundl soon becomes the sole surviving Ford. Teammate Stig Blomqvist had gone out with a blown engine on special stage 12, so Grundl's task is to battle Malcolm Wilson for third place. That will carry the reward of A seeding, which means the drivers are seeded in the first batch of leading runners on future World Championship events. With Grundl briefly going off, it's Wilson in the Metro who holds that third place, but sadly, not for long.
On the road section here, I think the engine problem, we've had a cam belt go, and there's replaced the cam belt, but unfortunately it's done damage to the valves in the engine.
Juha Kankkunen powers on toward the end of the second day. Alén follows rather than pursues. And Grundl is safe in third. And that position for Grundl makes it a pleasing debut for Fords. The early optimism about the car seems justified, despite the disappointment of losing Blomqvist so early. But caution, rather than 100% driving, was the requirement on the final day. No mistakes, and Kankkunen would have a debut win. Alén wisely settles for the championship points instead of a victory challenge. And Grundl claims a third place to lift morale in the new Ford team. Fourth place and Group A honours for Michael Eriksson in the Audi 90 Quattro. And with so many top names going out, it's sixth place for the Citroën BX4TC of Jean-Claude Androuet. But for Juha Kankkunen, victory in the Peugeot on his Swedish Rally debut. With Peugeot victorious again and Ford and Austin Rover finding their feet, the next round in Portugal looks like the toughest yet. But for the time being at least, the Drivers' Championship is Finnish dominated. Kankkunen leading from Toivonen, Salonen and Alén together on 15 points apiece.